Move it straight.
Probably just adjust it while we were speaking.
Just have it where everybody should be in the same
put it
shot.
like, I mean, have
Try
it
to have
this
it
way,
to
that
where
way you
everybody's in
get
the
more
same
brothers instead of keep,
Okay.
you know what I mean, moving it, that way you ain't got to keep
that's cool.
swiveling it back and forth and all of that. Keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah, looks good.
It's live now, or you got to
Yeah,
press that
no,
button?
it's live. It's live.
All right, cool. All right, whatever brothers, bring out.
I just put the title Spirit.
All right, let it rock out. All right, Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash.
Double one to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and shalom to like out there doing this work of faith for labor, love, true sincerity. We come in once again with the weekly sit down. Brothers JMS Soldiers of Faith from New Jersey / Perth for a few days. We're just going to let the spirit roll and let the Lord talk.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 8. I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, "For he knoweth not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be? There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit. Neither hath he power in the day of death. And there is no discharge in that war. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it."
Right, because, within this current world, people really think that they have control, they have dominion over this, that, and the third. You don't control the way that the spirit moves. You don't control situations, how they actually end up. No, it's the Lord that controls those things, man. We truly don't hold no type of power, man. The only power that we have is the word of the Lord, and the Lord empowers us through that. Other than that, we don't hold no power within this world like that, man. Whose world is this currently? Esau. And who gave him the power within this world? The Lord did, man. But now what? The Lord is swinging that pendulum, so to speak, and now that transference of power, how it speaks about in Sirach, the 11th chapter, talks about that pendulum is swinging towards Jake, man. And it's, how I said, it's no discharge in that war. So you can't change up things how you see fit that things should be. The Lord has control over these different things, man. And the earth is going to see it real soon because, hey, Esau, you got a lot of explaining to do, man. Your trial is going to be about fire, man, period. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of explaining to do, man. And a lot of pain and anguish for 1,000 years, man, period. And all the other nations are going to see that you've been a devil this whole damn time.
Micah chapter 3 verse 8. "But truly I am full of power by the spirit of Yahawah, and of judgment and of might, to declare unto Jacob his transgression and to Israel his sin."
So this is the power that we have. This is how we have power. By telling our people what time it is, who they are, who the Lord is, the Lord's name, and proclaiming his word. That's the power in which we have. And we witness that power daily through the Lord walking with us on our daily walks, how the Lord constantly provide for us. Brothers put up curses and stuff, and things happen. The apostles speaking on their experience, and things happen. The scriptures talk about what, matter of fact, somebody get that, Revelations, 11? To make it rain in the days of their prophecy. Hey, we got power by the Spirit of the Lord, man. How did all the men of old, how did they have power, man? We can't do this thing alone, man. Moses and them back in Egypt, having power over them priests and all that of Egypt and all of that, man. That power was given unto them by the Lord to do that, man.
Revelation chapter 11 verse 6. "These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will."
Exactly. So that's the power of the Lord that's within us. What's that Mary song? It's the God in me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it's the Spirit of the Lord in us that gives us that power, that energy to be able to do all of these things, man. Because the elect, and matter of fact, going back to Yahawashi and the angels, creating this world, creating the worlds that we currently know, how was they able to do things? By that power, man. Able to make mysterious things happen that you couldn't fathom within this current time. So for a brother, or for a bunch of brothers to get together and to put up curses on something or somebody and something happen, that's unheard of, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we know it's the Spirit of the Lord, man. And the things that the Lord is constantly revealing in this current present time, man.
Quick precept. This is Exodus chapter 35, verse 31.
And he hath filled him with the spirit of the Most High, in wisdom, and in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship.
Yeah, and that mainly refers to what Yahawashi, and that refers to us as well. You know, because Yahawashi, he was given everything, man. And he was the perfect example in which we try to embody ourselves after, even though, you know, we can't be perfect, but what we strive for that perfection. Because that's what our big brother did, man. You know, read that one more time, man.
Con, this is Exodus chapter 35, verse 31. And he had filled him with the spirit of the Most High, in wisdom, in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship.
Right, in all manner of workmanship, man. Because what? In every area, you know, that you can think of, we have some form of knowledge in. You got certain brothers that's better in science, certain brothers that's better in history, you know, this and the third. We have the knowledge of all things. The workmanship deals with the knowledge of this world. That's the workmanship, man. And who is able to constantly proclaim the workmanship of the Lord, the knowledge of the Lord, on an accurate and consistent basis? We do, the prophets, starting off with the apostle that was a GreatMillStone, man.
That's right.
You know?
I got a precept real quick. This is Baruch chapter 3, verse 35. This is our power, and there shall none other be accounted of it. Salaki. This is our power, and there shall be none other, and there shall none other be accounted of in comparison of him. He hath found out the way of knowledge, and hath given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved. Afterward did he shew himself upon earth and converse with men. Yeah, going into what the brother said, man, we represent Yahawashi, Yahawashi. All right, from the knowledge that's given down unto this word, the proper knowledge. All right, the knowledge that's applicable into all, you know, ways of life. The Most High have given that to us. That's why the scriptures also speak about how in Ezekiel 31, how we were basically the trees that all the nations looked upon, man, looked up into.
I got some Acts chapter 1 verse 8. But ye shall receive power after that the Holy Spirit is come upon you. And ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all of Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. Okay, so hey, yeah, once we get in the spirit, man, you know, once we have our spiritual birthday, so to speak, okay, that's when we receive that power, man. Okay, and we're able to become new men. Because in order, first and foremost, you know, to receive that power, you gotta have the power to even change yourself, man. You know, it's hard to come up out of the world, man. All right, because this world is dark gloominess, man. You know, but hey, we receive the power first and foremost to come up out of this, you know, to come out of our wicked ways, and then guess what? It's gonna be the power is gonna be turned into and then spiritual power, man. That's why you got you know, Isaiah 4:1, 7 women shall cleave unto one man, okay, and a man, Isaiah 32:2, okay, a man shall be as a hiding place unto a woman. Why? Because we're gonna have that power, man, in that day, okay.
Real quick, just getting back like how those what I precept about like the workmanship, right? This Wisdom of Solomon 7, and I started verse 15. It says, "The Most High have granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is He that leadeth unto wisdom and directeth the wise." So what? The Lord directs all things, man. Even what the scriptures say, what the wisdom of this world is foolishness unto the Most High. You know, and the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So who controls them? The Most High controls them and everything in which they do, and He controls both sides of the spectrum. You know, because you always have the polar opposites when it comes to things within the world, right? Going on, it says, "For in His hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship." You know, so what? We was just bringing out the workmanship. So what? We have all knowledge of all things. How the Bible say what? We have 100% truth. The things that the Lord revealed unto us, we know. And there's certain things in which He held back from that we don't know, but we are to be privy of that soon to come within the kingdom, Lord's will, man. You know?
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Mark 16 and verse 15. And He said unto them, "Go ye into all the world, and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with the new tongues. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. You know, and that's the Spirit of the Lord, man. You know, what's the guy?
And that's the having the faith too, that you're able to do all of those things. Well, Yahawashi says to the disciples, "But we have faith as a mustard seed, right?" You know, always got to mention, you know, Peter Pan, because that's one of the prime examples. You know, Peter Pan, when he got older, then he came back to Neverland. You know, then they all flying and they doing different things or whatever the case may be. Well, they wasn't really flying, but they were trying to get him to fly again. And what? He couldn't do it because what? He didn't believe. You know what I'm saying? But once he found that happy place, right? You know what I'm saying? And what? The happy place for us, that's the word of the Lord. That's the Most High. That's called upon a name. What? And having faith and then believing, then you're able to prove all things through the workmanship, and you're able to build yourself up. That's how we're going to be able to do those things when that time comes, by the faith, man, and the grace of the Lord, man. You know?
Got something to add to you, Op?
Yeah, I got something too.
This is Deuteronomy 11:7. But your eyes have seen all the great acts of the Lord, which he did. Therefore shall you keep all the commandments which I command you this day, that ye may be strong and go in and possess the land whither ye go in to possess it. You know, it's going into what the Aki was saying, man. The Aki was saying how, you know, we seen the acts of the Lord, man. Some of us, you know, us being understanding of, you know, what's going on in the scriptures, because what? We were there with BaHaSham and Yahawashi, man. You know, so we testify, like the scripture said in John the 3rd chapter, we testify that which we have seen, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 40. I'm going to start at verse 28. It says, "Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard? That the everlasting power, Yahawah, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength." I'm saying we clearly in a feeble state, you know, physically. You know why? Because of the foods we eat. I'm saying the air we breathe, the water we consume, the concrete that we walk on. You know, it's all designed to break us down. You know, but the only reason why we're able to be preserved is for the word of the Lord's sake. It says, even the youth shall faint and be weary. You know what I'm saying? That's unheard of, man. Here it is, you got a 12-year-old, you know what I'm saying, young man, you know what I'm saying, going through like bone structure issues, or whatever the case is. Or you, this is guy I know, I believe he's about maybe 25 years old, you know what I'm saying, he was diagnosed with cancer. You know what I'm saying? But he recently got, not diagnosed, but he recently got checked out a couple of days ago. Turns out that he didn't have the cancer anymore. But why are you even getting cancer at that young of an age? You know what I'm saying? It's because of the fools that is put upon our people. It says, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the spiritual power that the Lord's going to bless us with, man. You're going to be able to run 26 miles and not be tired, man. You know, you got Jake having a hard time walking up a flight of stairs. You know what I'm saying? And here it is. Esau got a lot to do with that by inventing the elevator, man. You know what I'm saying? Making things a lot more convenient. That's another reason why our people is in the condition and state that they're in, because it provides lack of exercise, man. You know, when your body and your blood isn't flowing, you know what I'm saying, it causes stagnating. It stagnates the blood. And that's how disease fester up, man, because the blood is not flowing.
Where would you read from?
Oh, Isaiah 40.
All right, I got Zechariah chapter 12, verse 7. It says, the Lord shall also save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, as the angels of the Lord before them. You know, that spiritual power is adding on to what the Lord is going to give us, you know. And also real quick, it makes me think of Psalms 110:3. It says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning how has to do of thy youth.
Hey, we got it.
Hey, yeah, just real quick. Like, think about it, right? Why are we able to do what we're able to do now, you know what I'm saying? And we not being messed with by police and different things like that. When you got the average Jake, you know what I'm saying, that's being fucked with by police, getting shot in the head on the daily and all that. Why? Because we plugged into the power source. Your phone is about to die. What you gonna do? You gonna charge it, right? Because you plugged it into the power source.
Right.
So why we got that power? Because we tapped into the power source, man. So when that time comes, the Lord gonna fully recharge our batteries, and we gonna be on one. You know what I'm saying?
I got scripture to back you up. It's Proverbs chapter 16, verse 7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Spirit.
And what does Psalms 34:7 tell us? The angels are camped round about them that fear him, man. You know what I'm saying? So we have spiritual bodyguards, man. You know?
Hey, we know that. Remember, there was the story about, I forgot his name, but the donkey that spoke.
Oh yeah.
And the donkey saw the angel standing there with the sword. You know?
Was it Balaam of Balak?
Balaam, yeah,
Balak.
Balak.
Hey, Apostle Kabar made a heavy statement. The things you don't see is stronger than the things you do see. You know what I'm saying? And you can't see the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You can't see the wind. But it can have an effect on you.
Right.
You know?
Hey, just like Wi-Fi. That's why you're talking about this 5G thing.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but it has an effect on your brain. You know?
Yeah, that's just like in the time of, I think it was Susanna, when Daniel, he was judging a matter because you had the wicked priest trying to bring up a false accusation.
Right.
So when after he judged the matter, he was like, you know, hey, you're gonna get fucked up because you know, there's angels here waiting to cut you in two. You know, and the same with Ananias and Sapphira.
Yeah.
You know, they dropped dead right there. God.
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Matthew chapter 7 and 15. It said, 16. It says, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns and figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. Not every one that say unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many shall say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, we have prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works.
Hey, Bakara, because it's truly really inclusive, man. As the days go by, as the days get closer to Yahawashi coming, we see that, man. After we're going into spiritual power and getting power in general, the Lord always spoke about him giving his power to his servants, man, his saints, you know. And it's going to come, like, you know, a lot of people can say, you know, I'm a prophet of the Lord, I'm a man of the Lord.
Right.
All right, but who we see the men of the Lord are is by the words that they're saying is actually coming to pass.
Right.
You know, so as these things are going on, we're going to see who the real men of the Lord is.
Right.
Yeah, because you have the false prophets and you have the righteous prophets. This last verse, it says, many shall say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord, we have not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you, depart from me, ye work of iniquity. Ye that work of iniquity, man. You know, this is all about the spirit of the Lord, man. You know, the spirit of truth. You know, that's what we're about, because you can have the spirit, but what spirit? I remember the elder told me that years ago. He was like, you know, a lot of brothers, they say the spirit, but what spirit is it? You know, is it the truth? Is it the righteous, or is it the wicked? You know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So that's basically us holding on to this truth, man, and us keeping these works
to where we're gonna reign with the heaven with Yahawashi when he comes back. You know.
Anybody else don't know?
I got St. Matthew chapter 10 verse 5. It says, these 12 Yahawashi sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. You know, and we do a lot of that, and we do that now through the spirit and power of BaHaSham with the word and through faith. You know.
Yeah, man, because our people were sick for a long time, man. It's like you could have a person like in a hospice, and you know the doctor, oh fuck him, you know, pull the plug, he's about to die, you know. But then after a while, what? Life comes back into him, man. That's that power in itself, man. You know.
And that's ultimate wicked, man. Esau's devices are wicked because here it is, the body is dead, but the spirit is stuck inside the body and can't be released because Esau got a machine hooked up to him. So he's holding back his spirit to go into the Most High. You know, this damn devil wicked, man. And as soon as you pull the plug, you know, the spirit leaves, man. You know? Damn devil, man.
It's Colossians chapter 4, verse 2. Continue in prayer and watching the same with thanksgiving. With all praying also for us that the Most High will open unto us a door of utterance to speak the mystery of Hamashiach, for which I am also in bonds. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Lord do. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahawashi, he also, he's knocking on the door, which is our minds. You know what I'm saying? That door is in representation of our minds. That's the door of utterance. Because if the Lord isn't able to sup with you within your mind, you're not going to be able to utter the mystery of your Hamashiach, which is this word.
I got something to go right with that too. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 19. And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel. You know, and hey, that's land back what the brother was talking about, man.
That knowing the mystery.
Yeah, that utterance, man. That utterance to make known the mystery of the kingdom, man. And that's for the saints, man. The saints have that mystery, man. The scriptures say that he giveth his secrets to his servants, the prophets, right? It says, right, one more verse, right? For which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. You know?
It's the same scripture.
You know,
and he said to the church of Ephesus.
Yeah, you know, and he's that ambassador. And we the ambassadors, man. We the ambassadors in bonds, man. Because we don't have no choice, man. What are we gonna do? Go back into the world?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't shit in the world.
You know? So we're in bonds, man. We're in bondage with this word, man. With this mystery, okay? This precious ointment that has been instilled upon us, man. You know, we have these jewels, man. You know.
Hey, there's nothing in the world. Only thing in the world is strong delusion. You lead this truth, 7 more spirits gonna jump on you. You know, than what you had before, and they're gonna devour you, man. And it really, it's just a strong delusion. You gotta delete this truth to go back into the world. You literally have to be like hypnotized or like a delusion. You gotta go. In order to be in the world, you gotta have a delusion to think that you're gonna have something there.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like you know how a person be in the desert, you be so dying of thirst, and then you start seeing mirages and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, you think shit there, but it's not really there. That's how the Lord makes people's minds that wind up going back into the world. They think they see some shit that's not really there. You know what I mean? So they searching for something in the world, but what you're looking for, you're not gonna attain that shit. You know what I'm saying?
and we at the end. So it'd be a waste of time. You was in this truth this whole time, or whatever. You was in the truth, regardless if it was a week or a year or whatever the case is. You know, I can't say a week, but you know, a year you in the truth, and then you fall away at this time. That's crazy, man. You know?
Yeah, that's It's Galatians chapter 3, verse 1. O foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Yahawashi Hamashiach hath been evidently set forth, crucified among you. This only what I learned of you. Received ye the Spirit by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith? Are ye so foolish, having begun in the Spirit? Are ye now made perfect by the flesh? Have ye suffered so many things in vain? if it be yet in vain. He therefore that ministereth to you in the spirit, and worketh miracles among you, doeth he it by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith? And that was always a situation that happened amongst the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? They do you make void the law by faith? No, we acknowledge the law.
Establish the law.
We establish the law. But what are we going to be delivered by? Faith.
That's right.
You know?
At the end of it, the hearing of faith. How did you get this word? You heard it. You was taught, you know, and it was by what you heard. It gave, you know, the Most High gave you faith. You exercise it. Then the Lord allowed, he through your time in the truth, he showed you certain things that prove to you that he exists. He's here. You know, his prophecies are being fulfilled. What more proof do you need? You know?
It's just like with anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, you know what I mean? Somebody going to play basketball, you never played basketball before, but at first, the shit gonna seem hard, it might seem impossible, or you trying, you know, you're a kid trying to do saying, like, man, you get frustrated and stuff, but what? The more you get into it, the more you see that you can do it, the more you begin to believe in your ability and your skill. So it's like that with everything, man, and especially the word of the Lord, because it's the foundation of all things. So the more you apply yourself to something, the more you get the understanding of it, the more you get knowledgeable about it, the more you comfortable with it to have that faith towards that thing. You know what I'm saying?
And the Most High set up men, you know, so that men, good men, righteous men of the Lord who you can follow. Like your example with basketball, Stephen Curry was, you know, I'm not gonna say he the first one, but he was the main one that started making basketball you play basketball different. You know, shooting threes from damn near half court. And he was consistent, because he's very consistent in doing it. So now everybody does it. You check out the high schoolers. They're now, remember coaches in school, you pulled that shot, you was coming out the game. You better, even if you made it, get his ass out. You tripping. And they're going to chew you up right there. But now you got kids in high school, elementary school, their arms not even strong enough yet. But they shooting damn near from half court, thinking they Curry. And them coaches ain't doing nothing. You know, they shooting a bunch of bricks. You know, but when you see it, you know that, look, it's possibly to be done. You know?
This is Romans 10 and 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?
Exactly. And the Most High is an invisible power. Right now, Yahawashi is like an invisible power. You know, so how would you know the Lord if you have not heard, man? You know?
And how shall they preach? Hey, that's how Samuel, that's how he received the Lord, man. You know?
And another thing, it goes right back. I had like the title, Spirit. Straight up, just Spirit. The Spirit of the Lord, you know?
It says, and how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them.
Hey, notice it said, how can they preach unless they be sent? So that's why these men, you got certain guys out there, they don't go outside on the highways and byways, but they studio prophets, you know, and they just try to keep scoffing from the studio, but they was never sent, you know? Here they strive to confound us in the truth, but here you wasn't ever sent. You don't go out, you know?
It says, and how shall they preach except they be sent, as it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace.
Ooh, see? Gospel of peace. This is peace. We out here to speak peace. The spirit of peace, man. The kingdom of heaven, which is going to be here on earth, and peace. Solomon's kingdom was of what? Peace. It was the spirit of peace going on. It was the spirit of peace among the other nations, because David humbled them through the spirit of the Lord. So he left his son a peaceful rule. Go ahead, huh?
How beautiful are the feet of them which preach the gospel of peace.
Hey, Yahawashi is going to come and give us a peaceful rule, because he's come to take the crowns of you heathens, man. You know, King David did it for him. Well, reincarnated Solomon. We know, we know the spirit. You know, that's the spirit. You know, we know the truth of that. But now Yahawashi is coming to be our king, to give us peace, man, and to make sure that these other nations respect us, man. You know?
Yeah, man, because you think about it, the Lord cursed us out, man. You know, he's going to pull the curses up off of us, man. You know, it's just like, you know, anybody in the flesh, you get cursed out, shit, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to feel it for a while, man. You know, that's the word itself.
question.
What's going on?
Do you guys think Israelites, right?
Right.
Do you guys think the community in general, Ricans, I'm Rican,
Right.
minority,
Yeah.
black.
Right.
All four is Rican, this side's black, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that rap music oppresses the community?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
hear that from you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, that
That was
Definitely.
by design.
Yeah. That's
by
about.
It's by, it's by design.
I like that.
Yeah.
The so-called white man set that up by design.
Hold on, let me pull over.
Man. I'm turning into a camp session. Oh. Are you? No, you still.
You know why I feel that way? I'm a Christian, right? Me, I'm Puerto Rican. I work out of a union hall, right? I'm the only Rican there. We came here in the 40s, the first ones. Late 30s, early 40s, more in the 60s. When Vietnam hit, they needed us. More got pulled, right? We served the purpose. Now we don't serve the purpose, right? But we were here already. So I see now in Puerto Rico, they got what was here already. Because they kind of follow this. They got trap music in Spanish.
Yeah.
I hear it all the
yeah.
time. I hear it all the time.
Right.
Every
Bad,
man,
Bad Bunny.
It went from reggaeton to trap.
Yeah.
So it's the same. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
Trap music is trash music.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Right.
diminishes the female.
Exactly.
I came from a female. You guys came from a female.
Hey, but
That's the wife of the home. You know what I mean? I feel that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, but hey,
I got a daughter. I want my daughter to be. She ain't gonna be perfect, but I don't want her to be fucking lost. in the
look,
streets.
check this out. Not only that, the music, but the fashion is turning all these guys homosexuals, women, and all that. Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Now
Doors of music got waxed up.
is you're right on that topic because I'm 48, so I'm probably older than some of you guys. So, but now when I was a kid, when I was young, in my teens, late teens, you didn't see that. And if you were, you still had a girlfriend. You had to hide that.
Right.
Not no more.
Yeah.
It was taboo. It was taboo.
Not,
It was
not,
taboo.
not no more. Now, it's part of the music game. And you got the high rap elite, like Jigga Man.
Yeah.
What does Jigga Man give to the community?
Nothing. Oh, matter of fact, he's just invested in ankle monitors, which is now he was supposed to be this drug dealer from Brooklyn or whatever the case may
For
be.
ankle monitors for programs? For like halfway houses?
No, yeah, for people, yeah, exactly. He's invested in that,
Right.
and basically these new ankle monitors, which is always track you and things of that
Right.
nature. But he's just
That's
invested
slavery,
into that.
brother.
That's what I said.
That's
Yeah,
slavery.
Jay-Z.
And you want to know something funny about Newark? Newark history? Who do you think owns Newark? Who do you think the land we're on right now?
Right.
These are long-term leases by the city.
Jewish.
This is the Jews.
Right.
So-called
Yeah,
Jews.
I got that scripture.
And you know how bad they are? They deny their own Messiah.
Yeah.
What do you think they'll do to us? You understand?
Yeah.
So if you talk to them like that, if you ever notice, the Jews won't stop to talk to anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they won't sell that piece of land. I can hit the Mega Millions and get 300 mil. That's a lot of bread. I got enough to buy that property. They won't sell it to me. I can have tons of money. It'll get sold to another Jew.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how they do.
Hey, they land shall continue forever. Call names at their own name.
49
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I've worked in a lot of these buildings in downtown. I did Raymond Boulevard Commerce Building. It's the tallest, oldest building in America before Empire State Building came up in Newark in the late 30s, 38, 40, I think, right? That building belongs to Jews. Apartments are $4 or $5 grand. Why? Where is it located?
Right.
Downtown.
Located in a community that could barely make $2,000 a month
Right.
in income.
Right.
You see that?
Yeah.
You see how they rip it apart?
Yeah.
I was just conversating with you guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see you
right.
guys downtown, and the other day somebody called my attention. They were talking in front of Foot Locker, and it was, I guess you guys carry, I don't
That's how
Oh,
you
we don't
watch.
know them.
They had purple one?
Yeah, but
That's
it's
how you all
Israelites,
say
right? I
that.
guess, what do you follow?
We Israelites. We
What,
just
you follow the Old Testament?
both old and new.
Yeah.
They don't-
And the Apocrypha.
He was
Yeah.
talking about, the kid made sense. He was talking about, like jail, like not being your brother's keeper. You know, like you don't really see that in the community, including me in the Hispanic community.
Right.
And again, like I was telling you, I'm gonna use us, the Puerto Ricans, represent nothing.
Which are Ephraim, the tribe of Ephraim.
Now check this out. We've been here since the 40s, right? I work out of a union home thanks to the good Lord. If not, I don't know, maybe I would have another job. But I'm lucky, I'm a blessed guy to be in a union home.
Yeah, that's
Our rates are different. When I cash a paycheck, it's a different paycheck than some of my friends.
Right.
You know, and some of these guys went to college. And you know, it's just I'm a trade guy.
Yeah.
So you got the iron workers almost at $70-something an hour, which is the trade I should have jumped in. A lot of black guys in that trade. That's in Springfield, in Springfield, New Jersey. They're home. So they're taking people. You know any young guys that want to get into trade school? That's the ticket. Electricians, iron workers, plumbers, pipe fitters, and minority gets the first ticket. Blacks and Hispanics. So we like I was saying, we represent nothing. Because here I am, I'm in a job site, right? I move quietly because I'm the only one there, so I'm already being looked at like I should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, you know what? Look, I know you're going on a lot, but we got a show going on. But just to interject with you and to say, you know, you're an Israelite. The Puerto Ricans are actually of the tribe of Ephraim. You know, we're all Israelite. Really, we're with this.
Where do you guys put that show on? YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah. Like really, we're the 12 lost tribes. And what it is that this so-called white man did, he did something called divide and conquer, where he makes us against each other when our reality, we're one nation. We're from a different tribe or family, but we're one nation under Jacob. Yeah.
One purpose.
Yep.
Same thing in politics. Republican, Democratic. They got one belief, they got another belief. We live in the same place.
Right.
So then we all be together.
Right.
One belief.
Hey, you got. I got to get some scriptures out real quick. Go ahead, bring one out.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
See?
And all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go."
You got it.
That's why you're describing your situation. It's very similar to our situation. Why? Because we're the same people, and we all fall under the same curses. Because the children of Israel were cursed by the Lord for not following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You know. So a lot of your straits are the same as ours. You know why? Because we're the same people.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I got something.
And I go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
Salaki, because if you check it out, you got the South Water North, it's primarily African Americans. That's the tribe of Judah. But then you got North, that's predominantly Hispanics.
Right.
But we all share the same struggles. We all go through the same hassle from the so-called white man.
Right.
You know?
that's right. This
And
is
you got it.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee."
Right, because at one, we were supposed to what? When we was on the well, let me say this because you know the Native Indians were here already.
Right.
But before they was here, they was on the eastern part of the world. Before here it is, you know, when we was dragged over here in slavery, we lost our identity, and even the Native Indians, they lost their identity. They stripped them from all that, yeah. So what it is that the Lord said we shall discontinue from our inheritance, meaning we knew who we were, we stopped, and then we gonna pick it back up again. And that's why the brother grabbed the sign, because just to show you the 12 tribes of Israel. Now these are one family, and the Hebrew is Yahawah, meaning he prince power, meaning the men of the men of these nations are the princes of the Most High. This earth belongs to us, but we were stripped from it. Now, this so-called white man, starting with the elites, they know the truth. They know that we are God's chosen people. And that's talking about who? The so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, it says Dominicans, the Zebulon, which is from Guatemala to Panamanians.
Central America.
Right. The Northern, the Latinos, the Hispanics, right? And down to Issachar, which is the Mexicans. We are God's chosen people, but this is what they took from us. Now, when you read the scriptures, you go into Jacob and Esau. Esau is the forefather of the so-called white man. We are the children, the sons of Jacob. That's why it's important to read the scriptures and get into it and learn some of the history, because it'll take you back to the truth.
That's exactly what's happening there.
Right.
Exactly.
It's in packs.
Right.
In packs. And then, like I was telling you, the thing of the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
These are big opportunities, man. I work with guys. I wish I would get a whole year worth of work. I do 6 months, 7 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I get laid off, and I still get decent unemployment. But there's guys that stay behind and pull the whole year. You know how much these boys pull? These boys pull anywhere from minimum from $1 to $1.25. You know the wonders you can do. I don't do drugs or alcohol.
Right.
So
We don't
that,
need it. Right.
That will cover me in abundance.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, 15, 16.
Right.
Started with alcohol, tried cocaine, also cocaine. Then I was just completely lost in cocaine and hustling in the game of cocaine. What did I walk with out of the game of cocaine? Nothing. I could just tell a story, and I know how bad it is. It'll destroy.
Yeah. We know.
Destroys.
I crack at the
That's all
80s.
it's
Yeah.
up. So now that I'm sober, I got children. I see my kids, and I'm terrified. Because I got a little boy. He's 9 years old. I got a daughter. I would never want to see my boy in a squad car. Never. There's no reason why he should ever be in a squad car. So now that he's growing, I'm teaching him that. You know what I mean?
Hey, what you need to do, because what's happening, we're living in that time of the end, where the Lord, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, we know that his name is not Jesus Christ. His name is Yahawashi, because he was a Hebrew Israelite. His name was written in Hebrew. It wasn't in the letter J. Letter J didn't come around to what, the 16th, 17th century. So Jesus can't be his name. He had a Hebrew name, and his name is Yahawashi. The Father's name is Yahawah. So we're in that time of his prophecies, like the mark of the beast. You know what that is? The mark of the beast, written in Revelations.
I believe the mark of the beast is already happening, no?
Well, it is. The mark of the beast is the chip, the RFID
technology,
microchip.
right?
Well, not all the technology. The technology of a microchip being inserted up under the skin. That is what, a lot of people call it conspiracy, but it's a conspiracy fact. It's what the elites call the New World Order, which is the new way of how to buy and sell, which the scriptures, get the scriptures real quick. Go ahead.
So Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
Right, now a mark, when you go into this word mark, and you look it up, it goes into this Greek word called charagma. When you blue letter and you go into it, you go into the strong concordance of it, it's a Greek word called charagma, and that word charagma means brand, imprinted mark, something incision. And this is what they're doing heavy in China right now.
They're already doing it.
Australia,
Europe
East
is doing
Indian,
it. Yes.
Europe, all of that.
It's gonna touch here.
Yeah.
They go over there first to break the ice.
Right, yep. So they come down
Exactly.
here. Exactly. So go ahead, read it again now.
Yep. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, now he said the right hand or their foreheads. Now you got people that got chips, they're getting chips inside of their heads, inside of their spinal cords. Also what? They can use these chips, because you got some guys that got chips like paraplegics, they got chips in their spinal cords, so where they can move their legs. So this is like a miracle. This chip is game changing. Once it's for the currency of things, or how you buy and sell digital money, it's gonna be for all other sorts of things, which they bringing it all at once to try to encourage you to willingly get it, to willingly want it. It's the new way of things. But it said the right hand or the forehead, all right, showing you that's just an indicator that a chip is going to be placed inside your body, something incision. So go ahead, Yep.
And it said, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. So look at the boys right here. Satan, man. Anyway, it's a bunch of niggas, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. Read it again, Doc. That's Satan.
It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
So eventually, it's going to come a time where he's going to force this chip on us. Whether how he do it, whether it's some type of false flag attack, or whatever how he do it, we know that he's going to force everyone to take this chip. He's going to force everyone to get microchip. So read it one more time, Salaki.
It says, Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right.
and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. So eventually, you won't be able to buy or
Be
sell.
part of society.
Exactly. So what they gonna call you? A terrorist. They're gonna call you all sorts of things because
You cast it out to the side.
right, exactly. This is their ultimate goal, but they're easing it in. Somebody get Revelation 12:12, Baba Kushai.
There's Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time."
Now it says devil. Now the word devil's in the Bible. See, we look up words like you're supposed to. And this is how we're able to, through the Spirit of the Lord, we're able to get the understanding. The word devil is not talking about Satan inside the ground. The word devil just means deceiver. That's just like saying you're a devil. And you know that I'm calling you a liar. Because I know you're not the devil that the Christianity teaches. Because that's all, it's not real. There's no such thing, it's another topic, but there's no such thing as hell under the earth and a devil down there to torment you when you die because you was wicked on earth.
Yeah,
Right.
like what you see on the cartoons.
Right. So, Baba Kushai, one more time out.
Revelation 12:12.
Right.
All right, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Right.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time."
These elites, the Rothschilds, Bilderbergs, Rockefellers, these international bankers, they know they have but a short time because
Banking system.
they know they have but a short time because they know that he's coming. They know that he's on his way back, and they know that they're going to get put in slavery. Now, a lot of people get emotional about when we talk about the white man's the devil, but they don't listen or get understanding. He's going to go into slavery. Moses coming back to recompense tribulation to them that had troubled us. We're God's chosen people. We're going to rule this earth. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. So what they're doing, they're in a race of hoping to disrupt prophecy. You know, whether what they're thinking of, they're trying to stop him from taking us from him. You know, like he brought out the scripture. They held us fast. They would never let us go.
Yeah.
We're actually still slaves. This is why you got a birth certificate and a social security card. You're a slave. Back then, it's the branding on us. This is why you got to report to them. We're part of their system. You got to play and obey by their system. So, you got something?
Jeremiah 37.
Yeah, bring it out.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's troubles.
Right. So this is why I told you, you're teaching your sons, teach your sons this truth. So may the Lord, may he have mercy, pray into that name, because what we're approaching is Jacob's trouble. What's about to happen? None of these people don't have a clue what's going to happen. When Trump, I don't know if you know this. Well, you probably do, but Trump almost was about to initiate the Third World War, but he held back. Just a few weeks ago with Iran, exactly. And guess what? Going into Iran is biblical prophecy. This is how we know the Bible is on time. The Bible, excuse me, I'm excited.
The
Right.
prophecy
It's almost complete. Yeah.
Now look at this, right? Like I was telling you guys, I look at a lot of on working wise, right?
Yeah.
We've been here. Like I'm a mason, I do masonry, right?
Mhm.
I do concrete,
Building,
stone.
right.
I'm a builder.
Yeah.
Okay. The what they call illegals, South Americans, Central Americans, and Mexicans,
Yeah.
they're very good.
That's
Very,
best Mason is.
very, very, very good.
Yeah.
Especially at building.
Yeah.
They built the pyramids.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got a lot of history down that way.
Yeah.
So that's just in their nature. They're
Yeah.
builders to the T. These are
Yeah.
people that could barely write their names. That I've been with them on scaffolds working, and I've learned from them. Right? I think that they don't give them paperwork like a Social Security and stuff like that, because the minute that you put them legit, you think they're gonna want to work for you for $14 an hour? They're gonna be knocking in the doors of all the union halls. Let me in. Why? I got better skills
Right.
than your white guys that you got
Right,
running
right.
these unions forever.
Right.
Way better than them. We don't need a coffee break at 9:15 for half an hour.
Right.
We could work from 8 a.m. till lunchtime without a break and still feel fresh.
Right.
Word.
We'll take a break at 12:30, and when we come back at 12:30, we won't work till 3 o'clock like your boys. We'll go to 5:30. We'll go to 6 o'clock.
They might-
And we'll do that 7 days a week.
They might skip the union and make their own business.
But you understand where I'm coming from? So
Yeah.
now, in my trade and a lot of trades, they destroy it, meaning wages, right?
Yeah.
But I sometimes it aggravates me but then I try to understand they're being oppressed big time,
Right.
in their side of the world. They take their currency, they take all
Yeah.
value from
Look at
them.
Venezuela.
Why should Venezuela be struggling right now when it's the number one country in oil?
Exactly. Yeah, you know
Why
we
should
know.
they be struggling?
Yeah.
You know, why would you be struggling?
They're the number 2 country in gold.
Right. And they have no gold right now. They took it all away from them. Well, I don't know what they did between Cuba, because Cuba's infiltrated big in there. But you see, they make it like that, and I believe that they run it all.
Yeah.
They run it all. They run it all.
Hey, Job 9:24.
They run it all. They'll tell you that Russia's against the U.S.
Yeah.
That's all. Bro.
Hey, look. It's like this. The world is a stage. The elites are all together. When they come together from the elites on the eastern part of the world to the west, they all together in this plan for far as this new world order they kicking.
Design they got.
And another thing that I don't know if you know about the Georgia Godstones. Down in Georgia, there's a big tall stones.
I've seen those stones.
And they got like 10 commandments on there.
I've seen those stones.
The number one commandment is depopulate the earth down to 500 million. You know, they're gonna kill people on purposely, so they want a war. They're
already doing it.
Right.
They're already doing it because if you
Vaccines.
if you go to okay, see how they bring cocaine here? You know, this is what I heard, and I believe that. I truly believe that. I forget his name. Not George Soros. You know who George Soros is?
Soros.
Big guy, very powerful. But not him. The old man. There's another one.
Henry Kissinger?
Not Kissinger, no. There's another one. There's he is in charge of the drug game. See how you got cartels?
Yeah.
He's in charge of it. Everything reports back to him. Of course you'll never see him handle
Right.
the cartel.
Right.
He doesn't need to handle
Right.
the cartel. They got rituals and all that.
Yeah.
See, in the rap game and all that,
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Beyonce
Yeah.
and all that,
Yeah.
to get into that,
Yeah.
you gotta get rituals.
Exactly. Hey, look, check this out. Remember how you were saying how the workers on the job, if they had got their credentials together, they wouldn't work for this white man. Same thing with the rappers. They're giving them millions. They're giving basketball players millions, but they got them in some type of bond that if they even thought to come together, they'd kill them.
The contracts.
A contract, they'd kill them.
You see, Michael Jordan comes out of North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan comes out of North Carolina, probably the best that ever did it. LeBron James, like you could put LeBron James, yeah, he's good and everything. Michael Jordan's the best that ever did. Mike comes out of North Carolina into the Bulls. The Bulls mean something. That bull with the horn and everything.
Right.
has a meaning.
He's sticking his tongue out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that all
Baphomet.
has a meaning. When
Yeah.
he
Baphomet.
does his move,
Yeah.
sticking the tongue out has all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
meaning. Mike's dad got killed on the highway.
Father's Day.
I think like the second or third year, maybe less than 5
Oh,
years
Father's Day.
of him being in the NBA. Less than 5 years in the NBA with the biggest payday contract anybody
Dang.
could have ever had. What money can he owe you?
Right.
That the son can't come and say, what does my dad owe you?
Right.
He
Right.
lost a bet.
Yeah, because it's fucking gambling.
He lost a bet. What bet did he lose? A $200,000 bet? Here's his bet. I paid for his bet.
Right.
That was a sacrifice.
Yeah.
I got it.
Hey, bring out scripture.
And I believe
This is
that
all-
was Mike the sacrifice.
Real quick too, this is Job chapter 5 verse 14. It says they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. You gotta see that. So that's them meeting in that darkness. That's them getting ready for the sacrifices with the candles and stuff like that. You know, like the Bohemian Grove, which matter of fact, this place is being exposed through the Most High, man. You know, even as the scriptures say, it says lift up thy skirt, meaning every filthiness in America is going to be revealed. That's why we know some of their places where they partake in these rituals, man, like the Bohemian Grove being one of them. But this is where they come in darkness and like in their little dungeons and stuff, and then they start what? They do something called spirit cooking, you know, where they mix blood and semen and spit and all that different liquids and they drink it. This is where they do children sacrifice, you know, child pornography and all that, man.
I got you right here. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them that they erred in the knowledge of God, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace. You know, a lot of people, they doing the sacrifice thinking that it's going to bring them peace. Essentially, it's going to bring them a world full of hell. But verse 23, for whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings to strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another treacherously or grieved him by adultery. You know, and that's the lifestyle that these people choose to live, just for the millions of dollars.
And with the homosexuality,
Yeah.
I feel the homosexuality, you're degrading a man.
Jude.
Yeah.
Jude 1. Jude 1
You're
and 7.
stripping a man from what he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lie. The man wasn't born to be like that.
Right, right.
A man is a man.
Right.
The Lord made him to be together with a woman and
Hey, look.
have more children.
All that is an agenda. Now, if you have a son, right? Well, you got a son, and your son is doing math. Tell him 1 plus 1, you know, 1 plus 1 equals 2. You know that. But he can say he put 3. You correct him and say, look, no, 1 plus 1 equals what? He say 2. Now he got it.
Right.
With homosexuality, they're saying this. If your son happen to say, wants to play with girls' doll, let him. Don't correct him, because that's just who he is. That's what these Edomites are pushing, this false philosophy, ideology upon our people. But our people, they wicked as hell, and they swallow it up. They think it's cool, you know? But bring that out, Jude 1 and 7 real quick.
So Jude 1 and 7, it says, even as Sodom and Gomorrah,
Right, because Sodom and Gomorrah, everybody know about Sodom and Gomorrah. Go ahead.
in the cities about them, in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication.
Fornication means adultery, but if you really look into it, it means all unlawful sex. Meaning what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah was bestiality, men, women having sex with animals, incest, mothers and daughters, mothers and daughters, fathers and daughters, and vice versa. All unlawful sex, fornication was wicked as hell.
Against God's
Right, it's just
purpose.
unbearable. Most High looked down and see this shit, he gotta kill it. It's
Having
like, there's
orgies
no
and
way. Just like when he's destroyed the earth with the flood. It was a lot of that going on then. You know, so go ahead.
And it says, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh.
Strange flesh. Hey, get Romans 1 and 24. Strange flesh, that's men with men. That's strange. That ain't like you said, that's not natural. You know? Well, go ahead.
Are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
So the Lord, when he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah in that time, and the 5 cities like manner about it, he destroyed it. He made sure this is an example. Go ahead, read. I think it's a little more.
Yep. It says, likewise also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities.
Right. So when the Lord destroyed that place, he made sure he destroyed that place so it may be an example for any other kingdom that want to live in this type of manner.
Same way.
Right. So this is why this place, America, is actually Babylon the Great. We're living in Babylon.
It is.
Yeah.
I always thought that.
Yeah.
It is, because the scriptures talks about Babylon, and I think this is Babylon.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Quick precept.
Definitely is.
Revelation chapter 11 verse 8.
That's right.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
So this place is spiritually called Sodom. It's another name. Spiritually called Sodom, which is for sodomy, of like Sodom and Gomorrah, and Egypt. Why Egypt? Because when you go back to with Moses, the children of Israel were in bondage in Egypt. So this is a spiritually called Sodom, and it's spiritually called Egypt, because this is where the Israelites are in bondage. This is where we instill in captivity. We're still slaves here. The Most High put us into this slavery though, and he's going to be the one to take us out of this. That's in the Baruch the 4th. You know, we got precepts, anything?
Yeah, I was about to get that, Baruch.
Yeah, get Amos 9 and 8.
Hey, if I could add too, it says spiritually our Lord was crucified, because here's when you go into like prior to us going into slavery, our people knew who they were. like in slavery, they were singing "Kumbaya, my Lord." That's Hebrew. You know, and a lot of the before the so-called white men came over here, you had a lot of our people, the Native Americans and the so-called Hispanics today. They kept the laws. You know, a lot of times you would see it like in old ancient movies, they wore fringes. You know, because that goes back to our history, our heritage.
Right.
Also, too, when you look up Lost Lunar Stones, you ever heard of Lost Lunar Stones? Lost Lunar Stones?
Where's that at?
All right, just Google it.
I think
This is
it's
the
on
original language right here of our Lord and the Son. You'll find this here, and that was the stones that were here in America. You'll find this etched in stones.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our original language, right?
And down there in Mexico too, they had stones with the 10 Commandments and the writings just like that too.
Right. And if you go down with the Incas, down
Yeah.
in South America with Peru,
Yeah.
they're brilliant.
Yeah.
They're brilliant.
Yeah.
Hey.
They're brilliant. You see the stuff that they put together, and to this day, that the mathematicians haven't figured out. 'Cause
Right.
They're the ones that put the numbers
Right.
in today's engineering to put stuff together.
Yeah.
They can't calculate that.
Yeah. And then when Columbus came over here, he came over here with Hebrew interpreters. You know, so that goes to show you that, you know, we were all speaking Hebrew before we started speaking Spanish. You know, the language that the so-called white man conquered us with.
Hey, let me hit you with something. This is why also in slavery, it wouldn't allow the so-called black man to read. You know, scripture saying Romans, what's that, 1 and 3? He said, blessed if he that readeth. Why they didn't want us to read? They didn't want you to read because if you read, you would be a rebel.
Right.
And that's why they had.
There's understanding in reading.
Right, and then here it is. They came up with this slavery Bible. They literally have a slavery Bible, which they used to teach their slaves a certain which is curriculum.
Yeah,
I'm saying it right, a certain doctrine, so they'll follow, so they don't rebel.
Right.
So religion, Christianity, by the government is made to what? It's made to keep you asleep. It's made to it's made for you to love your own oppressor. That's why in Christianity they tell you gotta love everybody. Oh, you gotta love. Love is the conquer of everything. No, it's not. We could pull out in the scriptures how the Lord said he hate. One thing he did say, he said, he said, I loved Jacob and I hated Esau. Then another scripture says the Lord, he hateth the wicked every day. So it's like the scripture that they tell you he hate. Why is they teaching on love? Because they want you to love your oppressor. That's a form of slavery in the mind. This Edomite, he's very wise, and what he did, he broke us down all the way to our spirit, to our mental, to where not only he's slaving you physically, but then he loosen you up. Like, look what you do with a dog. When you got a dog, right? A puppy. You grab him up, you put him on a leash. You don't want him running everywhere. Once he's trained and you take him off the leash, and then what? You just call him, he come.
Right.
That's how they did us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're part of this system that he got going. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all got something?
I got something real quick.
Yeah.
This is First
No,
Chronicles
wrap it up.
12 and 32. And of the children of Issachar, which Issachar is the so-called Mexicans today, it says which were men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. So back then, like a lot of times they had the Farmer's Almanac. That goes back even to Issachar, which are the so-called Mexicans, and the so-called Central Americans, because they had understanding of the times, like they would be able to read the stars and stuff,
Tell the weather and all that.
weather and all that. That's how that also proves that these are Israelites. You know?
Right.
Yeah, so like I was telling you guys, I think, that's one thing they're really obsessed with is the music of today.
Yeah.
Because, I go to North Newark, right? I don't live in North Newark, but I know North Newark and other places, wherever we're at.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna just talk about me, us, Puerto Ricans. We've been here so long, and then I go to these job sites, and I find myself like the only guy there, maybe a couple more, here and there, and I see how they dominate the game, like the white guys. They dominate the game, big diesel pickup truck, $80,000, $90,000 pickup truck, and I say to myself, man, my peoples are too busy smoking a blunt, then they can't get into these job sites because, like my nephews, we just brought a nephew, my mom brought her grandson, my nephew, from Puerto Rico. He was struggling over there a little bit. There's really not too much work. Why? Because the investors took the dollar out of Puerto Rico.
Exactly.
Puerto Rico was very nice
They're
about
dead
15, 20 years ago. A lot of pharmaceutical in Puerto Rico, which is stuff that anyway destroys the people. Because pharmaceutical is destruction. All right? That's where all the destruction comes out of. And then they make drugs and all that. That comes out of them. They had a lot of big pharmaceutical going on over there. They pulled it out of there. So by them pulling that, they pull the dollar out. So now it's a small place. There's no money to go around. You're gonna starve. You know what I mean? They took the economy.
Right.
So, you know, we brought them over, and I tried to explain to him. I told him, listen, he's like 29. He's got kids, two kids. So they're struggling. So I told him, if you come here, let me show you. You know, I didn't have an uncle when I was young like that to tell me to put me in a trade. I didn't go to college. So the only thing that can get you paid here today is trade work. The iron worker, plumber, electrician, union wise. Right. Because if you do it non-union, you already know they want to rape you and give you nothing. Yeah. And then another thing with that is these Jews that own these big buildings, like that some of these buildings that are being restored right now. Yeah. For example, across the street from Green Street, they're gonna make an IHOP. They're gonna make an IHOP right there, across the street from City Hall. They might be, I don't even think there's any union guys, even laborers in there. It's being built cheap because you're using the wrong people to build it, right? You're catching people in certain situations and you're bringing them here, and because of their situation, they're gonna produce it, right? So hold on, so now, who's gonna buy the pancake at the end of the day?
Oh, the pig,
Who's gonna buy the pancake? At whatever price the pancake is.
Right.
Because it got built cheap doesn't mean the pancake's gonna be cheap. You're still gonna be charged at whatever price.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I see this and I see them so busy. Again, like you go to these neighborhoods, smoking weed. I used to do all that.
Yeah, our people sleep.
I
man.
got a better. I was sleeping completely.
Yeah.
Alcohol, cocaine. Thank God I never really got destroyed.
Right.
Today I can tell about it.
Right. Lord have mercy on you. Hey, the Lord have mercy on you. I mean, we having this conversation now for a reason, you know. But we're gonna bring these last pieces out. We're gonna wrap up.
This is Hosea chapter 9, verse 13. Ephraim, as I saw Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place, but Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. Okay? And Ephraim is representing so-called Puerto Ricans today. That's just your biblical your biblical name.
Right.
Ephraim. You were planted in a pleasant place, Puerto Rico.
How can I if I Google that up, I can get all that breakdown?
Yeah, well, this right here, you want this picture? Yeah, you could put in
No, like if I Google 12 tribes and then it'll show
Make sure it say
that,
GMS though.
and it'll show me how it explains all the tribes.
Well,
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
They
hide that.
They're trying to suppress this truth.
Yes,
They don't want you to know who you are.
Right.
See? Okay? So this is why this truth is so precious.
That makes sense. I gotta agree. That makes complete sense.
The truth makes sense.
You know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
We go on this site right here. That'll be right.
Good.
It's called the Real Hebrew Israelites.com.
Real
Israelites.com.
The real
and it'll show.
Right.
It'll give you a lot of breakdown.
Yeah, oh, that's a good one.
The picture you guys got there, man, makes complete sense.
Yeah, this is
Makes complete sense. These guys, here they are. They bring them again, the Mexicans. They use all of us.
Yeah.
But they use them not without mercy.
Yep.
well, they're the ones that originally built the pyramids in Egypt.
Yeah.
Okay, that's in Exodus. When you read the book of Exodus, the first chapter, start the first chapter. It tells you how we was in bondage. When we was in bondage, we built those pyramids, those treasure cities with
While
the
they were
pharaoh.
brought over there to build.
No. We were brought down into Egypt and we were put in slavery, and we built those pyramids. And the account is given. This is historical records. It's given the account in the book of Exodus. You see?
Yeah, because I want to learn those tribes like that because I read the word and I
do?
know that these in the Old Testament a lot of these names come up, and if you don't understand them, you don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. If you could take a picture of the sign just to have this picture or you could Google it. You could Google it and put 12 tribes of Israel, put GMS in there, and you're gonna see the same picture.
Or just the Real Hebrew Israelites.com.
Yeah.
But we over here every Saturday.
Right.
Every Saturday right here.
Yeah, we did this right here was just our sit down. We was just conversating, breaking bread. You know what I'm saying? This ain't our camp right here. We normally post over there.
Where in the mall?
No, right
The
there.
plaza?
Right there by the bricks with McDonald's.
Right on the street.
Right behind you.
Yeah, right at the corner right there.
Yeah. But this is
guys-
right. Yeah, we just
Guys, man,
fellowship.
it was nice talking to you guys, man. God bless all of you guys.
You
man.
too, bro. You too, man. All right, take it
All right,
easy,
man.
bro.
I'm gonna write it down for you real quick.
All right.
So you won't forget.
Yeah, man, I get so angry sometimes when I go around because I see, especially with this new stuff, with the trap music and all of that. And Puerto Rico's a beautiful place.
Bad Bunny.
And then I go over there. I was over there last year, and there's you guys ain't representing anything.
Right.
You better wake up.
Yeah.
You better wake up. You know, so many opportunities passing me by, and I'm like, I don't understand them. And then now it's starting to think now. It was bad before, like. The reggaeton is like the rap game over there, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
now it's trap in Spanish. They kind of switched it over. It
Yeah.
brings nothing but violence.
Yeah.
Because the drug game moves with it, and now with it,
Yeah.
prostitution.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, that's that demon, man.
Yeah.
Prostitution.
Yeah, real
Because
quick.
now the girls, my daughter,
Yeah.
his daughter, they're all moving with that jump.
Yo, that's a curse. It's a curse. It's a curse. Go ahead. bring
This
it
is
out.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
So that's a prophecy. The Lord is telling us that our music, because we're spiritual people, all of us, all the tribes, Ephraim, Judah, all the tribes, Benjamin, and we love to dance and make music. But he said our music shall wax what? Low?
Yep.
He said well, wax low,
Shall be
meaning
brought low.
the music gonna be garbage. So that's a sign there. The music today is garbage. These dudes not even rapping, they mumbling.
It doesn't
It's all
edify in any
drugs.
way. It doesn't edify
Yeah,
in any way.
it's not even a story. It's just a beat and then some girls shaking their butts. So if it's like you said, you explaining how it is over here and it's over there, that's a demon. And then that's how it proves that it's a demon on that music. When these record execs, when they make their album, they put demons, they put spreads of demons all over the music and then they send them out.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. But
Absolutely.
it's crazy, man.
Those are rituals.
Yeah.
Those are rituals.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
All right,
Let's go.
man.
Take it easy.
Easy, man.
Easy.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. So with that, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, and Qadash. Number one is to the apostles, the elders, GreatMillStone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith, labor, love, true sincerity. Shalom.
Turned into a camp session.
That's why it's the spirit. Yeah. Spirit. You never know when it comes from, where it goes.
Right.
Hold on.
He did have a great spirit.
Yeah, he had a good spirit.
Vin Diesel.